Hello, welcome to Pants, Shampoo, Trenchline Hobbies, and today I'll do some painting for a change. Not that I'm any good at it, but we've got this fella here that I always think looks a bit like Dylan off of Predator. It's from We Print Miniatures from eBay. I think for 3D print it's cool quality. I've done it in some, undercoated it in some wraith bone, so hopefully I haven't lost too much detail because I can be a bit heavy-handed with spray cans. But I think he's got great detail in the gun, even with the shotgun ammo in the belt, in the strap there, to the detail of the body and his armor. I think that's was that like an augmented metal plate as part there? Yeah. I'm going to attempt to have a go with the Army Painter speed paints because I do like them. They're good for someone like me. I know everybody goes on about the fact that if they're wet they can run into each other, but as long as I do each bit as I'm at a time and don't go crazy, I think you should be right. Over here, over here. So let's have a go. I'm actually not sure on dark skin tones because I know there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube and the internet in general about how to do it. Like I said, I'm not a great painter. Army Painter speed paints, there is a hardened leather paint. I don't know how it's going to come out. I've literally just painted this rock here, or part of a base. It's going to give me a tone, a darker skin tone, so hopefully it should be good. What's the other miniature I have? Where are you? Where are you hiding? He's hiding somewhere. There he is. Oh, was he stuck to that? This was one I had painted, and I think he's cool. I mean, that's when someone can paint, in my view, and the basing and everything. I mean, it just looks amazing. As you can see, my split brush end. We're not going to be painting anything great anytime soon. But the detail on this guy is amazing. This was the anniversary store miniature. They were going silly money to begin with. I think they've come back down to you can get them on eBay quite reasonable these days. £50 or so. I mean, it's a lot for a miniature, but it is still limited, and I think it's cool. There is a Caucasian skin variant on this model, but I think he looks way better like this. Hence another sort of like cool 80s inspired pose. Just looks really cool. Love that. So that was painted on a commission, hence this great work in that. I'm painting, yeah, that's it. So I have got a bit of the Army Painter speed paint. I don't know how much I'm going to put on. I need to take my glasses off so I can actually see the recesses. I'm sure I've got too much on. Oh my word. I can do all those bits, can't I? I mean, it does pull very well into the recesses to give darker tones. But unfortunately, I see I've already pulled, I don't know how you want to, my West Country accent's not great. Into the recesses a bit heavy, haven't I? So, I mean, crikey, no one to be paying for my commissions. Not that I do them, because I would feel I'd have to do them for free, because there's no way I could charge for any of this. So fair play to the people out there that do charge and do commissions, because it is a big responsibility. And you know, because you're always painting to the scrutiny of the customer, you know, if they're not happy and they spent a load of money on it. Oh, come on, back into focus. Then, you know, it's not great. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. This is my first go at doing, I mean, I'm not great at skin tones in general, let alone trying a whole new skin tone. Oh, Come on, why are you not focusing? So there's that, there's metal parts. Okay, so we'll have his face as well. I think that's pulled a bit too much, isn't it? Is that a metal? Is that all metal, that arm then? So that there is. Oh, God, why does it keep on? I need to sort my camera out. I guess I can go over and highlight this afterwards with like different tones from Games Workshop paints, just to wait for this to dry. I mean, I'm really... Oh. So he has got fatigues on, hasn't he? So it's full like combat fatigues. Is there a bit of skin in and around that part? Let's get a smaller brush. I can't actually see because I haven't got my glass. Well, I can see. I'm not like, you know, dangerous or anything without my glasses, but it's a case of it's all a bit blurry. So I'd say that is there, isn't it? Yeah. And then we can go over onto that bit. I can always touch in afterwards. Get the neck down the recess. That's the back of his head exposed? Or is that all the hat down? Is that hair? Oh, I can't tell. Well, that's definitely the back of his ear, isn't it? So I say that's the hat comes down over the back, yeah? And I would say his hand, that is like a wrist strapping or something there, because I would say his hand is skin coloured. That's not a glove. Probably is. Probably totally wrong. Let's try that. Like I say, it's actually... Oh, whoops, I've gone off camera. So what's the point? I'm painting thin air. So do that. Oh, so yeah, put it on a bit too heavy there, haven't I? And it's like this paint is a one coat, isn't it? So it's not like you keep going over it again. It's not going to be great. But I know. I don't think it's too bad, is it? He's got a bit too much in the recess of his chest and his abdomen, and on his shorts there. But I tell you what, for someone like my skill set and the way I can paint, I look at it, I think, oh, that looks alright. If I did that, I don't know, I'm sure people would be like, yeah, whatever, Ian. But, you know, for me, just to arrive with a miniature that's been painted, I'd be quite happy. Because if I tried doing that with like 3 different types of Games Workshop paint, I would absolutely ruin it. Like eyes and everything, just try and pull that, oh dear, just try and pull that out of his eyes. But it's a good miniature as well. I mean, like for the price of them on WePrint miniatures, and I had a discount code because they do offers through eBay, which is cool. Is there a bit more there? And a bit more on his neck. And what I might do is I'll leave that to dry. So that's the main thing I worry about. That's a full metal arm, isn't it? That's a full biomechanical arm, or just a mechanical arm, a bit like Iron Hand Strachan. So I have got then the fatigues to do, which I think I'll just do in an Army Painter. Army Painter speed paint. I've got a green. The gun can be done in the grey I've got, along with the knife and a few other things, like the hat could be the green, couldn't it? So yeah, watch this space for the next one, when we'll paint a bit more. Okie dokie, with a bit dry, I think it looks alright. And we're going to we're going to do a bit of the gun and everything now. I wonder if I should paint the arm as well, because it's technically a metal colour and I haven't got a speed paint. Like steel or any of those colours. It is literally this grey, but it covers in such a way it does look like a gun, which is pretty cool. So let's paint the arm as well, and the chest. Let's go for it. Wonder if I should do a different camera angle, because it keeps going blurring in and out, which isn't great, is it? I wonder if I just have a slightly further. I noticed some of the other guys and girls on YouTube go a bit further away from the camera, so maybe that's my mistake. Oh dear, I was just literally a bit newbie at it. Newbie dooby doo. Right, I don't know, should I do that? I think I need to do that in a different colour, like a pallid colour. What else do I need? The knife. It is literally quite satisfying speed paint though, because it sort of goes on, and it goes on in such a manner that it just covers really nice, and you sort of just get a basic miniature. You know, if you just wanted something to go, what should I do that in a different colour again? I don't think I should do that the same as the knife. So yeah, there I am. I didn't let that brown dry in time, which is my fault, and it's slightly gone over onto the chest there, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. You just feel a bit of the grey in here. That should be okay. Pop that on. Don't know, should we do the gun belt that colour as well? Let's do it. It's just nice to actually paint a miniature for a change, and not just have them sitting there on my desk collecting dust thinking, oh, I'll paint that tomorrow, oh, I'll paint that tomorrow, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. So I could actually just pull that a bit and then go over that with some of my other Games Workshop colours, just to get rid of the fact that I went over with the brown, didn't I? Like I say, it's totally my fault. Just my real slapdash approach to painting. But you know, I think everybody should paint and just enjoy painting, and there's some amazing painters out there. There's no bad painters, not at all. There's just some have more skill than others. That's all it literally is. But never don't have a go, because you don't think you're good enough. This hobby is all about just having a bit of fun with it, you know. And from a distance, it doesn't look too bad. That paint really, really does the job, I tell you. Well, I think I went over there on the brown as well, so that's a shame, but that's my fault. And I know there's people go, oh, it blends and, you know, it seeps into it, but it will, because they're quite wet, but I didn't let it dry, so, you know. So when it does dry, so I'll transfer some brown. I'm not really worried. But it's all good. Pull that out. Just keep going over that. Yeah, I might take that out. Do I want to go over that as well? Do I want to do the knee pads in the grey? Have I even got that on the camera? Probably not. On my brush, I'm not exactly looking after my brushes. This is quite an old brush. It has done me proud. But, you know, there's so many lovely brushes out there. And then I think, oh, you buy a new brush and it's quite expensive. I think, well, I'll just ruin it. Because I do. I don't know what I do. I don't clean them properly, I don't think. Don't look after them. Don't store them properly. What else have we got there? Is that more metal? Or can I get away with that as his fatigues? And the boots, what colour boots will I do? I don't want to do that the same colour as that, so we'll let that dry for a while. And then I can go over that, highlight it in like an iron breaker or anything like that, which is fine. The skin, I like the way the skins come out for a one coat. You know, you could then highlight that with edging and so on and so forth. But on the whole, I'm happy. That I might do a lighter colour, but I think I need to let a lot of it dry now. Otherwise, I'm going to start blurring the lines. And I've just had a go now with some Gorthor Brown to have a go, just to try and do the packs on his back. Because it's just trying to break up the colours, but I know I haven't got every speed paint. I just went and got the starter kit, which I wish now I had bought the full lot, but at the time, they were brand new out. I got them from Atomic Comics and Games in Yeovil. Big shout out to them, because it's a great store. They're still going in this world of online and everything, and they're only, you know, they're not a massive company, they're not you know, but it's a good sized shop. They have loads and loads in there, and I do enjoy going in there. They have a glass cabinet as you walk in, sometimes with miniatures that people have painted and donated, I guess, for money. So sometimes you can pick up some cool pre-painted miniatures, which is good. And now I'm finding it hard to paint because I can't get in where I need to get in. Is that even on the camera? Probably not. I do apologise. I am no way a seasoned filming any of this. I'll just try my best. And hopefully someone gets some like, oh, I'll watch that for 5 minutes and turn it off, but that's cool. I just enjoy doing the videos. Just something to do. Talk to myself. I have to go over that again. That's not too bad, is it? Well, that's there. I've spilt onto that, but that's okay. I can paint over that when it's dry. That's not come out great. But I think the problem is I'm trying to do too much when it's all still a bit wet and I'm just spreading it around. So we'll leave that like that for the minute. I think, I don't even know if I'm good at highlighting anything. There's some amazing abs. God, I really can't highlight. Right, so we'll leave it at that for the moment. And then we'll do his trousers, and then we'll see where we are. Woo. Try that. This is all that came in my starter kit, so it's gonna be interesting. What can go wrong, eh? Everything? Everything and nothing. Right, let's try it, shall we? Glasses off, because I cannot paint with my glasses on. Right, where are we? Can anybody even see anything? Ooh, that's quite light though, isn't it? Oh, crikey. Wonder when it's dry if I can do a highlight. Oh well. I could probably go over it with a darker green. Oh dear, that ran. That's my fault. But it's okay, it's okay. Though I don't want to paint that, do I? Because I need to cut that as a different colour. Probably shouldn't have done the knee pads first, because I'll end up painting over there. Because that's what I do. But I can see why these paints, people like them, because they are pretty cool. Like, you know, to like not have to do a wash after, you know, like doing your base coats, because I mean, I do enjoy that as well, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I just can't get the hang of it. Some things I'll do, I think, wow, that's great, and then you look back and you're like, I don't know. But this is like, you can almost control it quite well. Not that I am, but I get where people with skill could control it, because it literally, if you're gentle enough, it literally pulls where you want it to go really nicely. You know, if I was probably a bit slower, I wouldn't be so bad. Oh, I painted over the green. Oh well, let's just paint over that and we'll see if we can address it a bit later. Am I going off the camera again? Because I tend to do that. I'd be shouting at the screen going, oh, for goodness sake, sort your camera out, man. But, hey ho. I will get there. My son watches this, so the other two people that do, thank you. Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a... Am I going to get in there without painting the gun? Just try and wrap it round somehow. Paint the back of that and that. Might need to put my glasses on. Oh, they steamed up because I am actually out in the garage. That is where I operate from. My wife would never let me do this. Well, she does in the winter, in all fairness. I am allowed to paint in the house in the winter, but that's it. But I lent my son my light because his bedroom light broke. I did have an alright painting light, which was actually a reading lamp, so with these darker nights drawing in, it is harder. I wonder if I should do the hat in the green as well, because it would be an army hat would be green. It is very green, and I'm sure they do other greens, but like I said, I just had the starter set because it was the only one. I think it was quite new out at the time, and I know they have a huge range of colours now. Yeah, I probably should have painted that skin there, shouldn't I? But just to paint a miniature, and you see it go on, and it's like, wow. I mean, the thing is, I painted under there, didn't I? But I think it's dry enough now to get away with it. Well, I'm really pleased with these paints. Just like, if you wanted to do a load of Marines, I mean, you could bang them out in no time, which is really great. Few places I need to address, don't I? But on the whole, I mean, I've just literally wet my paint on a brush and stuck it in, and the paint has actually done the work for me. I feel the paint itself is the star, not my painting with the brush. Right, on to the next phase. And we have a bit of progress. So I don't know if the boots are a bit too light. I think they are. But I love the way the skins come out. That paint's really brought it out well. I've added a few other paints in and things, but I'm being a bit impatient and didn't wait. So they have blended a little bit, but hey ho. I'll go over that. Might go over the boots again, but wait for it to dry a bit more. On the whole, I'll base it and then show them off based in another video. So thanks for watching. Thank you. Oh, crikey, nearly dropped it again. Had to glue the gun once. Yay. Thanks. Ah.